Good morning, everybody. Okay, so I teased this deck yesterday. Pretty excited about it. It's been very good in testing. This is Timeless Amulet featuring Archdruid's Charm. Archdruid's Charm is a ridiculous charm. It really has 5 modes on it. Search your library for a creature, put into your hand. Search your library for a land, put it into play. Put a counter on a creature you control, have it deal damage equal to its power to another creature. Exile an artifact, exile an enchantment. So you're mostly going to be using this first mode on this card, but it's nice that you can sometimes have creature, artifact, enchantment removal on this 3-mana card. And we found this to be the case in Devotion Shells. The Archdruid's Charm is really awesome in these kind of decks where it's both a good ramp card where you have 2 amulets in play, 3 amulets in play, you can get a Lotus Field in play, use it like as a ritual to go like up 3 mana. Or, if you have enough mana, you can grab a Golos, you can grab a Cultivator Colossus, you can grab an Emrakul, and you can win the game. So the fact that it's a combination, like a card that gives you mana and a card that wins the game when you have mana, is pretty good. It's kind of like Karn the Great Creator if if it wasn't just a payoff, you know what I mean? Maybe not the best comparison, but like Karn is just something that's good when you have a lot of mana. This is good, in other situations too. And in this deck too, I find myself pretty often grabbing an Urza Saga to very slowly 2-drop an amulet, which isn't fast enough all the time, of course, but a little bit more often I find myself finding Mycosynth Gardens. Like I'll have one amulet in play, I'll need another one, and I'll be able to go Lotus Field, Archdruid's Charm, copy amulet, Grazer, then combo off. That's happened a few times so far. Really nice that of course this puts the land into play tapped, which is it's unironically much better for this deck that the land comes into play tapped rather than untapped, so you get to trigger your amulets, and that's been a really big deal so far. I've not seen the Elden Ring DLC trailer. Maybe we'll watch it on stream. Maybe we won't. We'll see. But let's get going. I'm pretty excited about this. I think that I do at this moment think that the Amulet Titan deck is has been better than the Timeless Lotus builds. Go to 6. Weird hand. I'm definitely going to click the keep button and then go back explore. Grazer put in bounce land, copy amulet for next turn. Well, I guess I can copy the amulet. Yes, chat. I could have played my land and then. Oh, dude, Sleeper Agent is so good against me. It's so funny to say that, but what's really annoying about Sleeper Agent in this matchup is when I cast my Emrakul, the Sleeper Agent still deals me 2 damage on the next turn. Witherbloom command. Go, Sleeper Agent, go. And then they're down to 8. I'm gonna Boseiju this? Let's not, I think. Help my mana a little bit more. No, I don't think making construct. Maybe making construct was really good there. They get to gain life. They have a surprising amount of life gain. It's really tough to just be able to creature race. Down to 5, and I'm gonna do another bump in the night. I'm down to 3. I have to win this turn, or I have to cast Emrakul this turn. Can I? Yeah, I can't even Archdruid's Charm to kill my own Sleeper Agent. So funny. Just so annoyingly good against me. Kind of not clear what the best sequence is. I guess I just always have to start off with Escape to the Wilds here. I was hoping that I could Charm for Amulet. We have to hit pretty well off this Escape to the Wilds. We don't really. Okay, go to game 2. The draw against Mono Black Burn, run it back. Yeah, Charm is really versatile in this deck. You know, I know it's kind of awkward that game. The Witherbloom command totally wrecked us. It's ramp, it's payoff, it can get you amulet sometimes. It can be remove valuable cards in a pinch. Down to 5, they're also on the mulligan to 5. Certainly going to keep this hand. Back Colossus. Then probably one of the top end cards here. Golos? Golos is a bit bad. Tough here. Burn deck's mulliganing low is also always pretty interesting. We're gonna build Chancellor. Well, Sleeper Agent, be nicer this time. A good chance we're gonna go, you know, Amulet this next turn into have to wait another turn, but make a Saga token. That might actually just race them since they're on like this very poor draw. I think it makes sense. Save the stirrings for next turn, kind of easy. Oh, sorry, I forgot about the floating mana from this Saga, so we just have a kind of 3 stirrings to cast. Make it pretty easy for next turn. Mana Conflict Super Deck so bold. Yeah, it's weird, but they want to lose life for like Gonti's machinations. Funny also. But they also have like a lot of incidental life game like Machination. We should be able to pretty easily Emrakul next turn. Oh. Hit my mic settings. Hopefully I didn't turn up the gain too much or something like that. Oh no, second Sleeper Agent. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is not just because I'm trying to win with Emrakul. I'm going to take an extra 4 damage. It's probably going to be okay. I can also maybe kill this construct. It'll probably be okay. There's Emrakul, there's Archdruid's Charm, Lotus Field. Don't you have lethal? Nope. Not yet. Working on it. Right now I have 11 damage, and they're at 12, so I need one more artifact. I guess I can get pretty easy. But also, again, when you cast the Emrakul, you take the extra damage from Sleeper Agent. That's something I'm concerned about. I have lost games in this matchup because of that dynamic before. Cards would have been lethal. I mean, there's a chance that they can gain 4 life off Soul Spike. But we'll be able to put another artifact into play. Don't worry. We can even still have Archdruid's Charm in my hand to do that. We should cast this a little bit earlier. I do think I'm pretty incentivized to try. Like my opponent's also not conceding. I'm pretty incentivized to try to get enough artifacts in play to play around Soul Spike. Probably still not losing, but like they can see I have Emrakul. They can see I can cast Emrakul. We're just gonna not lose to on a Black Burn if we can't help it. Yeah, oh yeah, they can also gain life off the Machinations. Yeah, which is a really big problem if they also have Soul Spike. They go to 11, then they go up to 18. I'm attacking right now for 13, so I have to put 5 more artifacts in play too. Or like I can also put counters with Archdruid's Charm. Like weirdly close. I'm gonna go and put this Emrakul in the stack. And if my opponent doesn't concede to it, and I'm not expecting them to concede to it, I'm gonna have to keep going. They have Bolt. And they have Machinations me down to 6. But they can't have Soul Spike anymore, right? Because it's a yeah, okay. GG. Well, GG to you too. Seed, or do you wanna click? You responded to the energy trigger with Charm. Charm to do what? Oh, Charm the Machinations. Yeah, I guess so. Like that likely would have been good. How much can I play around Witherbloom command? No Sleeper Agent's good for us. This is a turn 2. Not very likely. Could be a turn 2 though. They have Witherbloom command, unfortunately. They decide to mill instead of granting me for 2, which is interesting. I do just kind of lose the game to Witherbloom command if I run out the amulet here, so I think I'm gonna just kind of develop my mana a little bit. Have the ability to go amulet, copy. Guess I can't play Golos after that, but that's okay. I just want to make sure I have an amulet in play. I'm at 20 life also. I guess I'm really at 17. Tunnel Ingus. All the bangers. Wait, they milled me? They must have just chosen the wrong mode. I can Charm to kill the Ingus. Essentially. Serrated Scorpion. They have another Witherbloom command. They do. It's pretty bad for me. You want to block with the Sleeper Agent? Or do you want to block the Agent with the Scorpion? I think I'm still attacking. Very happy with this trade. So I feel like Golos grab Urza Saga take 3 is okay. Wait, this doesn't have Death Touch. I didn't realize this doesn't have Death Touch. I totally thought it did. Fuck. The Scorpion. I guess it would be. Basically at 9 already. They have 3 cards in there. They bolt me down to Wait, they bolt my sleeper agent to save their Tunnelingus. Okay. I'm gonna take. Well, do I take 3 from this Ingus or not? Just no. Just cast the obviously the Lotus here is a great draw. Just not going to put a land into play off Golos, and we're gonna start spinning. Got 3 cards there. The Lotus Field escapes the wilds. Another Golos. We find a Archdruid's Charm. Let me stirring, see if I find another amulet first. And another amulet. Lingus somehow damage to us, although we have to use 2 Archdruid's Charm to deal with it, which is funny. I guess not much point in playing any of these lands right now. Next turn we probably can combo off. My opponent is at 11. I'm basically at 9 with them having 3 cards in their hand. We at 6 with them cards in their hand. A lot of stuff that deals 2. They also have Soul Spike. They have a lot of things that don't kill me here. Then find another amulet. Find another escape to the wilds. So easy to win as soon as you spin Golos once. It's awesome. I have a land drop still floating also. Another escape, Archdruid's Charm. I can just put Emrakul to my hand here, might as well. Spin up a little bit. 2 land drops available. I don't have that much stuff left in the deck, I guess. My opponent isn't conceding, of course, which I'm a little concerned with. So I guess I missed 2 colorless mana here. Matter. Fun. What can I lose to here? My opponent doesn't have Lethal Bird now. There's no sleeper agent in play for the extra turn to backfire. We don't have like deflecting palm available. Any Blackburn experts in the chat know like what the secret tech is to beating Hardcast Emrakul? Do they just gain enough life to survive? I guess that's possibly the case. They only have 3 cards. So they don't. If they Soul Spike me and they Gonti's Machinations, they gain 7 up to 18. But they're still even like just dead on board, aren't they? Fog. I'll do it. I don't know. I have 10 cards in my library. I basically have no action in those 10 cards anyways. I think I'm just going to back for 4. Oh, that's they have like nearly not nearly enough life. Weird Urza flag they sometimes play. Okay. Yeah, they just never give up. They have a warrior spirit. Like super slow rolling me. I mean, Blackburn players are probably having more fun than anybody ever at all times. Who said this? Turnpike? You are in tune with it, dude. I attacked with. Am I punished for attacking with Grazer? Each player loses 1 life for each attacking creature they control if black was spent to cast a spell. And my opponent says, if only I had 1 more mana, GG's. What the fuck? And then they're not going to concede, and then they're going to draw Soul Spike and kill me. Or, like, land kill me. I cannot believe I just got punished for this. Wait, what? Wait, it doesn't prevent damage if white wasn't spent? Wow. Dude, do you have white mana in the deck? I say mana confluent. Dude, you're in tune with it! What the? I mean, you should have told me it dealt damage for attacking creatures. Please tell me that next time. I'll be right back. Wow, what a beautiful hand. Nice way to return to the stream. That's on a mold of 5 on the play here. But really, this is such a good Archdruid's Charm deck. I'm happy that found a seemingly good home for this card in Modern. I think there's possibly more homes too. Like this one's been pretty promising today. So on mold of 5 on the play with Yawgmoth. Play around Boseiju with the main phase copy here. Shout out to Zane. They can chord for Yawgmoth, but they can't combo after that. If this was a sideboard game, we could be a little bit concerned since they would have access to cards like Force of Vigor, or they own Force of Vigor exactly. There ain't no card like Force of Vigor, I guess. Or first. Exactly do that, draw. Maybe just have a clean Emrakul. Otherwise, we're gonna go for Cultivator Colossus. I'm either like 1 mana short of Emrakul, or I have exactly enough mana without actually sitting the count out. Yeah, I have exactly enough. 15 off the Timeless Lotus plus 3 for the charm. turn 3, 3 mana, search up an Emrakul. Put it onto the stack. You like hard casting Emrakul, this is definitely the deck for you. Golos would win, Cultivator Colossus would win. Last card might not have even been cord there. Okay, so I want to bring in some combination of Dismember and Welding Jar. Maybe like 3 Dismember, 2 Jar. Maybe I could Cultivator Colossus in this matchup, since we'd be pretty bad into Bowmasters. Keep us on the draw. Once on a mulligan 6. 3 mulligans in 2 games so far. Thinking hard about their 7. Maybe their 6. Goes to 5 again. 4 mulligans, 2 games. Dog normally says that Bowmasters against Amulet. That's true, yeah. Like keeping in 1 as a core target isn't the worst against like rings. It's a good point. Yeah, against the Multi 5, I think I am gonna try to yeet this Delighted Halfling out of the game. Could have like also, but this could have like weirdly been an Urza Saga token game because I don't have any payoffs here, so maybe I played the Saga too fast, but you kind of just almost always want to play Saga turn one. But I'm not gonna, I guess I even could have bounced my Saga this turn. But I think I just want to set myself up where I can top deck any of my payoffs to win, which I did get to do pretty well here. Keep a card on top. 3 cards in their hand. Nazis his way my Lotus. So now I'm no longer able to just go top deck anything. That mana. Okay. So let's play around next discard spell by casting. Just cast our Lotus here. This is also like a bit better against like Horde from Magus of the Moon, which sometimes happens. Shout out to Gigantha. Wait, is this build Archdruid Charm? I was like, we're not just a Cultivator Colossus away from being able to play that, are we? Yeah, 1 card in their hand. Big draw step for me, big draw steps for them. Okay, maybe it is an Urza Saga token game after all. Tap land. Looks like no Yawgmoth. They could maybe still have Cord. Make a bunch of big constructs. Tap for another Saga. People are not super used to like Timeless Lotus tapping for mana on the opponent's turn. Kind of easy to walk into for some reason. Although they maybe have planned for this. Got a Cord for Yawgmoth now. Well, that's big. You cannot copy construct. You can only copy non-token, non-creature. Big draw step. Big draw. I think I'm still gonna make a construct. I just have so much mana that it seems tough to like really get super duper punished. Okay, we find 2 Archdruid's Charms, 2 Ancient Stirrings. We have 2 land drops to play right now. It can copy creatures. Yeah, but it can't. But it can't. It can target creatures, just not token. Okay, maybe I just never played in a deck where it could copy a creature. I thought it was non-token, non-creature. Good to know. So I can use 1 Archdruid's Charm as a ritual and another Archdruid's Charm as a tutor for Emrakul. I still have a land drop to play too. Having Golos makes easier. Yeah, if there's a bounce on to make green, that would be. That's still pretty good. I agree. Yeah, the triple green casting cost can be not the easiest. Yeah, I'm just gonna tutor Emrakul with the charm. I think. I guess I should have made more green. Let me just Lotus Field. Okay. It's easy to charm. Usually, I don't play Karn in the Escape to the Wilds builds. I play Karn when I think you want to main deck Elesh Norn, which means you want to play Storm the Festival, I think, to hit Elesh Norn more often. I think you play Karn over Escape to the Wilds. As so you have more permanents to hit off of Storm of the Festival. Is like the general flowchart, I think, for conclusions in the deck. I think the card is like it is very similar to Karn, and there are some spots where Karn would be better, but it is very similar to Karn in the sense that it is like it's a payoff to having a lot of mana, but it also gives you mana and occasionally can remove stuff, which is just such an incredible formula. So we play Charm over Azusa. Oh no, they're gonna hit me with Yargle. I mean, Yargle's only 18, brother. I haven't played Azusa in this deck in a while. Azusa is a card you can play. Wait, they discard Goryo's Vengeance? This is just a brain fart. Sure, right? Or and then they thought seize me. Weird. Yeah, you can play an Azusa. Like I tend to like to play the 4th copy of Explorer before the 1st copy of Azusa, unless I'm playing Storm the Festival. If I'm playing Storm the Festival, I'm down to play more. We don't have a bounce land yet. I think I'm gonna play this Saga. Yeah, this was definitely just like a brain fart, like spot. Yeah, playing a Grazer to block the Yargle is kind of interesting. I think I may also make a Saga token next turn and be able to save the Grazer for like as a big ritual. I did draw a bounce land. It's not a bounce. I can get Lotus Field off Archdruid's Charm if I feel like I need the red mana. Yeah, I think what I'll just do is float a mana, grab an amulet, play Gardens, make a Saga token, so I do have. I'm not just at the top deck Goryos. Then I could do grab amulet, copy amulet, 3 mana or 6 mana, plus another 5 for 11, and then if I don't draw red off of something else, I can either Archdruid's Charm for Golos, or I can Archdruid's Charm for Lotus Field. Yeah, definitely shout out to opponent for not shame conceding. I've definitely made similar brain farts. Love the Yargle deck. Funny concept. Could we do something with it? I think the Yargle deck sucks. Unfortunately, like I think I agree that the Yargle deck is very cool, but I would almost always rather target Atraxa or Emrakul with Goryo's Vengeance. I feel like Yargle is not a particularly good Goryo's target. Unfortunately, just like if your opponent has any untapped creature, or even like a lot of removal spells, just I understand you also like it's good with Cragwood Cremator. That's why they play it, because you have like that kind of overlap where Trax is not that good with Cremator. And Needle My Gardens maybe, but New Galta also like people suggest New Galta as one of these targets a lot. To me, it doesn't make any sense. Where the New Galta is good because it puts something else into play. You have your actual good card in your hand, and then you Galta into play. Why can't we just Goryo's the good card into play and not have to put Galta into our deck? So Gardens is needled. Definitely a little bit of a wrench in our plan. We can also use Gardens to filter mana if we needed the 3rd green, but I do have 3 green here to Archdruid's Charm for Lotus into Escape. But is that what I want to do? Yeah, I think I'll just filter this into red and then cast Escape. Save the Charm for now. Yeah, you basically always hold Grazer. Grazer's just like it's like just a Black Lotus. But another amulet. Hit another Archdruid's Charm. Cast the Amulet. Then I'm going to make 6 mana here. I'm definitely going to Archdruid's Charm with this first mode. I think I just so I can just get Golos and then Golos for Lotus. And then Charm for Lotus, and then spin Golos. Or maybe, you know what, it was probably better to actually Charm for Lotus, and then Charm for Colossus, assuming I had enough mana for that, which I may have been a little bit short. So we just pack it in. So we're on the draw against the Craglet Cremator, Goryo's, Yargle deck. They're an Urza Saga deck, so they're less likely to have Maguses. You can still play Magus in that deck, though. They're not going to have a ton of disenchants. They are a cookbook Saga deck, so we could play Force of Vigor, but it doesn't necessarily feel like the kind of match we're trying to play. Like, I really don't want to have to Force of Vigor cookbook super aggressively because I'm worried about Goryo's. I also have Archdruid's Charm as some, like, disenchants. I think I'm just gonna, like... Grazer's Lotus is up there with Cryptic Code as true name with upside on hot takes. I don't know, brother. Card is put me up 3 mana. That's a Lotus. Gilligan, 30 months. Thank you. Welcome back. I think anytime a card is like a ritual that puts you up 3 mana, like that's calling it a Black Lotus is very accurate. Cabal Rituals Black Lotus, yeah. That's literally how I think of it when I when I play Storm. Like I think of cards as Pyretic Rituals, Dark Rituals, or Black Lotuses. Black Lotuses are plus 3 mana, Dark Rituals are plus 2 mana, Pyretic Rituals are plus 1 mana. It's up 2 mana though. In that spot, I had 2 amulets. I used 1 mana to play Grazer. I got 4. That's me 3 mana. Is Primeval Titan a Dark Ritual? No. Black Lotus alignment chart went. Spins a Profane Tutor. Plus 3 mana's Lotus was Dockside Extortionist. Well, the casual card. I mean, it just depends, right? Casual card. Take my Archdruid's Charm. Explosives on 0. Opponent with the brutal misclicks. I'm so sorry, opponent. Brutal. It's like so rare that you see a brutal misclick like this. Like Mean display explosives on 1 on accident like this, and they also had a brutal misclick last game. Just so tough. Like usually I'm the one doing it. So weird to be on this side of the table. But it's just like this explosives on 1 would be a huge problem, huge headache. I don't know. It's kind of no way to like redo the board state. They also like might like throw an Emrakul at me here, so hopefully that happens and we can play game 3. 2 Desperate Rituals, make 1 Black Lotus. No, 2 Desperate Rituals is only... Oh, you can... Yes, because you can... Splice. They need Goryo's plus... Yeah, okay, cool. So we get Emrakul thrown at us. We're going to play it out. They don't misclick. Thankfully not. Yeah, Soul Ring is a casual card also. I don't know. It is weird because like the whole CEH like discourse is like talk to death. It's so boring, but I always feel like people equate competitive with highest power level when it comes to EDH, but To me, I feel like competitive is usually like a curated ban list with like lots of like tournaments for data, like innovation. Need to keep. Yeah, it is very funny. Usually we're the one giving the annihilation. It's okay to have different definitions, of course. It would have been good to play out this amulet. Because if I can force them to like pop, or if I incentivize them to pop the explosives, then maybe they like kill their own cookbook and then they can't Goryo's me again. Now I can, yeah. Now they're kind of incentivized because I can cast a 5-drop next turn. I like the lying in CDH discourse. Yeah, I kind of tuned all that out. I don't know what was going on with like. There's like webcam tournaments and someone was like cheating by lying, but I don't know like what they were lying about. I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, lying bad. They might pop EN0 first. Well, probably shouldn't. They discarded Goryo, so they have an Asmo. They said, I'm not trying to win, and then tried to win Poor Form. That kind of discourse. Okay, then they pop the explosives. Actually seems like they... did mess up there. Okay, so do I want to pick up my Saga and make a token? I'm gonna make a token, get an amulet next turn. Player cast silence, player 2. Will you win this turn? Player 1, no. Player 2 wins. Player 2 shock Pikachu face. So it's so weird to me that there's this culture of like I don't know, like if you're asking this question, will you win? It's like you're expecting your opponent to give up information that they kind of have like no right to offer to you. It's like it's a very odd dynamic to me that you get to probe for information for free and your opponents just have to tell you the truth. Like a weird, very odd to me. Okay, so let's play Gardens. Try to kill him next turn. Might as well leave this construct back to block a Yargle thrown at me. The 3 damage just doesn't matter at all. Not exactly casted and volunteered to false information. Yeah, I'm not saying the person who lied should have lied. I think that I agree that wasn't a good thing to do. Aspiring Spike is coming out as anti-lying. Anti-lying. Wow, so brave. But it is just odd to me to have a format where the culture is to like just probe for information. You know what I mean? Like it feels like that's just not. It's just going to lead to situations like this all the time. Obviously, right? An amulet off this. Kind of running low on amulets left in the deck. Aspiring Spike, agreed. Flying is bad. We got Emrakul this game. Yeah, I'm gonna be in Chicago. I'm streaming short stream tomorrow morning, like 3 hours probably, and then gonna be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think I'm just hanging out Friday. Yo, the 75K it starts on Saturday, right? It doesn't start on Sunday or on Friday. Oof. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Man. Dude, we survived Brotherhood End, explosives, Emrakul attacking me. Only to lose to a Kragwood Cremator for 5. It is Friday. Wow. It's Friday in the last 3 days? What the heck? Okay, cool. Thanks, Doom. I'm missing one card, so I guess I gotta get that. I was really excited to have just a chill day on Friday. This is probably the least prepped I've ever been for a tournament. I have to sign up on Melee. I'm pretty sure I did that. I'm pretty sure I did that. When are Decklist due? Bridge Amulet Titan with this deck strengths. You get to be more resilient to creature removal. You get to play Ancient Stirrings and 4 copies of Mycosynth Gardens, which allow you to like have broken amulet starts more often. Archdruid's Charm is also, I think, a card that's not very good in Amulet Titan, but better in this for kind of similar reasons if you have more broken amulet starts. You also don't have to play like the Haste Land. You don't have to play some of the worst lands that Amulet Titan players have to play, which is like 3 or 4 copies of like kind of underwhelming cards. All of your bounce lands get to be green. It's in very small marginal stuff, but typically I think Amulet Titan. There are some advantages here. You playing Smash Bros? I play Marth. Don't play a lot of Smash Bros these days. I'm actually friends with like some like very competitive Smash Bros players. I'm gonna Boseiju the Saga, I think. Is the first Primetime better than the 4th Golos? No, Golos is much better than Primeval Titan in this deck. You see, like Primeval Titan without like the Teleria West Summoners Pact package is just like a big ramp spell, right? It's just like a big ramp spell. But Golos like comes down and just wins the game the turn you play it. You just like cast your entire library with Golos. It's awesome. Maybe because my opponent's playing a discard deck, I'm gonna go ahead and go for it this turn, despite the fact that I could kind of lock myself out of winning if I brick too hard off this escape. But also if the top 5 cards of my library are bricks, I guess I'm not in amazing shape anyway. We have Archdruid's Charm mana. I have a land drop to play, and I have this Grazer. Oh no, sorry, I think it was better to play Gardens off my land drop. Copy. Why is that a second too late? But can I spin Golos here? So if I go Grazer, Sanctuary, I'll have another Black Lotus, right? 2 white floating, 2 black, and then 7 green. I'll spend 5 of that green. And then I can get I can spin Golos. So I can even use 1 Golos as a ritual if I feel like I want to have 1 green mana floating first. Alternatively, I could save the other Golos for extra mana if I hit a lot of stuff. But I think if I hit a lot of stuff, I'm in good shape anyways. So let's use this as just plus 1 mana. Yeah, I think I should have copied Amulet earlier, but playing this game now, I guess. -1. Now I'll make green, blue. They don't brick super hard. Archdruid's Charm, and then 2 more Goloses. Go lie. Oh, although was I supposed to? Oh no, I'm just supposed to Archdruid's Charm for Cultivator Colossus. Yeah, that's fine here. Yeah, the problem with Pearl's Rage is the bad hit for Golos, so the deck just really needs to be about like when you spin Golos, you're gonna be able to win the game most of the time, and if you spin Golos twice, you basically could never lose. Just like the way the deck currently functions, you just spin into spins, and I know I might have spent mana there, but it's just better to like click faster. I think. I misclicked the Rot Farm. Okay. Just like spin into more amulets, just spin into the win. Like Crash Moto due to stack triggers. I don't think you can. Maybe. I don't think I've ever done it just because there's too much on the stack. Usually just cast Stirrings here first, because if I find Emrakul, cast Emrakul. Okay, I guess I don't have 20 power in play here, so let's maybe try to find Archdruid's Charm for literally just for a +1 counter. Okay, backing in. 3-0, let's get a trophy prediction going. This could just be the better build overall. Next second. That's a Mold to 5. I think Amulet Titan would get the axe if the majority of Titan players were able to pilot their deck to the fullest potential. Yeah, I mean, if every Amulet pilot was Dom Harvey, then I think Amulet of Vigor would be banned. If every living in player was Gabriel in the Sea for Menino Ne, Amulet would be banned. Okay, we're up against Amulet. Again, not having to play Slayer Stronghold in your deck is a nice part of this build. We're also on a version today with Elesh, Norn in the sideboard for Force of Vigor, so I gotta be feeling pretty good about that. Let's take Golos. Gotta be Golos there. Wasn't able to Stirrings into. I guess I can get Map for Gardens. I should just take an escape. Oh, sorry, can't take escape to a lot. would have taken escape to a lot if I could have. They have Titan mana next turn. Titan is not necessarily particularly scary though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just grab a Gardens and then try to win on turn 4. Yeah, Emrakul being our win con means you don't really care too much about the One Ring. Me for 3. So I think what I'm supposed to do is go Golos for Gruul Turf first. I need a bounce land to make use of the Grazer plus Explore in my hand. Explorers. I guess I should have cast the other Explorer first and drew another Amulet. I have a land drop floating here, plus the Grazer. Another Amulet, another Grazer. Right now, we only have one more Golos spin. Gotta hit. Oh, I've messed up a little bit here because if I hit, I should have Grazered the Gruul Turf into play instead of played it from my hand. So if I hit a Lotus Field off the Golos, I could play it with my extra land drop. Thankfully, I hit a Timeless Lotus though. I did hit a Lotus Field also. We'll see how much that comes back to bite me. I think I bought myself at least 2 more Golos spins, if not, I think at 3 though. Floor, which lets me play the Lotus Field, and I also now just have Archdruid's Charm for the easy win. I'm just gonna go and show them. I'm gonna cast an Emrakul here. Guess maybe I'm assuming a little too much. That's the easy win. I think the like best practice here is really to show them what the plan is. Show them I'm planning to Emrakul here, and if they don't concede, then I just keep going. Because I can also find like Archdruid's Charm, exile the ring, get 1 more permanent off the field. That's probably good. Oh yeah, I'll just cast the Emrakul now. I also have my Emrakul turn. Maybe they think that these can be played until the end of their turn. Are these free? The end of this turn must be free because escape is until next turn. Let's cast Emrakul. More like Emrakul. And also, I suppose... Okay, they just concede to me casting the Emrakul. Got it. 4 forces and an Elesh Norn in the deck. I'm going to cut the Colossus for the Norn and then map. Cut. This deck of paper seems like a nightmare. You can shortcut a lot of stuff if you're really good at your times tables. Okay. And it has kept 7 this time. Very less tapped. Sometimes you're the gamer that loses the Force of Vigor in these matchups. It is what it is. Hopefully that's not us today. Do you cut Norns for charms in this build? Not exactly. So like the Norn build wants to play not the Escape to the Wilds. What's the card? Storm of the Festival, because Elesh Norn is a permanent to hit off Storm of the Festival, and then Storm of the Festival is a very good card in this deck. Escape to the Wilds is a very good card in this deck. You don't want to play both together because you don't want to play 5-drops you don't play 5-drop non-creature, non-permanent cards in your Storm of the Festival deck. So you play one or the other. With Norn, it makes sense to play Storm. When you play Storm, you also have to play Karn, so you have a density of things that you can hit and win the game the turn you hit them. Do I play around? How do I play around Boseiju the best? Not sure. I just have copy. Or respond to something. And they're different builds in that sense. That one is a Storm the Festival Karn build, but when you're on Archdruid's Charm, you get to play Escape to the Wilds again. And I tend to love Escape to the Wilds. I think Escape to the Wilds is a ridiculous card to get to play in this deck. When I say what Storm though is it's all green, so like sometimes Escape can be a little bit tricky to cast. Not usually too tough though. Huh. They're gonna explosives on one to kill one of their amulets and two of mine. I guess I get really punished with my sequencing there. Let's try to play around Boseiju. Buy my own Boseiju. I guess I'm gonna take. Sure. Go to game 3. Into play. Better play around explosives a bit better. It's weird to me that they brought in explosives when like it's just killing amulets. Also in on amulets, but only keeping this. Guess Escape to the Wilds next turn. Maybe have a turn 2 win. Yeah, that's true. My deck is way more reliant on amulets than theirs. I'm like on board for their decision. Plays a Boseiju. So them having access to Boseiju does make me really incentivized to try to go off this next turn. I've drawn my own Boseiju. Okay, so we go Gruul Turf. Yeah, let's go for it. We go Gruul Turf. Untap. Copy this with the red mana. Turf. Grazer. Lotus. Escape to the Wilds. Float a green. Did not get Force of Vigor. That's step 1. Step 2 is a good Escape to the Wilds. We had an Amulet and a Golos. And 2 Force of Vigors and an Ancient Stirring. If we find Timeless Lotus off this Ancient Stirrings, we kind of an easy win. Easy Emrakul cast. Philadelphia. I think I'm grabbing Urza Saga. Can't you just go Golos and Emrakul? No, I cannot. I have 9 mana after Golos, Emrakul. Yeah, I'm going to be able to hardcast Force next turn and make a Saga token, which I feel like is a pretty good line. I'm scared of Engineered Explosive. I kind of like Storm anything. Well, I can kill it next turn. I don't think I like if I Storm into this turn, I'm getting like Lotus or a bounce land off the Golos, and then I just like have to find Timeless Lotus. But having the extra Saga like lets me top deck a lot better. They're gonna play the ring. Okay, surprised they committed this amulet into this Stone Force of Vigor. Can you just not cast Golos this turn and cast it next turn? That was maybe good. Boseiju, my Gruul. Incredibly good play. So now I Grazer Boseiju into play, or can I Grazer Gardens? God, I had this bounce trigger. No. Can't do it. Fuck. So I guess I take a page of their book and try to Boseiju their bounce land. Yeah, I can't force on my turn. I just totally missed the Boseiju on my bounce land line. If I hardcast Force this turn, I'm just in so much better shape, but I just missed the mana float. I was just too busy thinking on like what I was going to put into play. They grab an Expedition map instead of a Amulet. I've not seen the Elden Ring trailer yet. And they grab a Boseiju. This means if I can find a bounce line that doesn't get Boseiju, we win. I go let's attack. Win. Not very well. Should maybe have already killed the Amulet, but it's kind of awkward if they just have untapped land Titan. Why no Grazer Mycosynth? I think saving the Grazer for potential bounce line is okay. We also just get to copy the Amulet next turn like pretty freely. Bounce line lets me Emrakul. Better lucky than good, huh? Cool. Don't need bounce land? How? I can just Grazer a tap land into play. Not find Force. I'm just gonna cast the Emrakul. Can spin Golos next turn. They do have protection from everything, so we're not, winning this turn, but we get to put them down to one permanent in play. Likely not enough. Could make another Saga token. I think I'm just gonna a little lazy or more accurate. Speed up the streams. Better watching. Veronica, thank you for the 8 months. Yeah, I've been eating oranges lately. More fruit. Been gone. They keep just a Gruul Turf. Imagine we can lose this one. We should have spun Golos first because we could hit Archdruid's Charm and them down to 0 permanence. But it's like, what are they gonna do? I guess if I'm still gonna do this all post combat, I should have done it sooner. What I am gonna do here is it may take a little too long, is try to find my last Boseiju, and then if I hit it off Golos, I can play it and then bounce it to my hand. Okay, they just but if they're not conceding, it's I don't know. I kind of feel like they maybe should have conceded. Back. Okay, we already have a trophy prediction live. We are 7-2 on the day. Probably should be 8-1. Feeling good. I think you also kill a little bit more consistently on turn 3 than Amulet Titan does, and you probably have about the same number of turn 2 kills. But I think you're a little bit faster, which is nice. Sometimes you get to like cast a Timeless Lotus, which helps you more against Blood Moon, but that was also more relevant back when this list played Gigantha. Gigantha helped you against Moon too. You have Ring and Karn in this deck before adding Charm. Ring is not good in this deck. One thing. Karn is good when you're playing the Storm the Festival builds, but there's like 2 builds. There's a Storm the Festival, Elesh Norn build, and then there's this build with Escape to the Wilds and Charm is the way I'm thinking about it at the moment. Is it a mistake to play this Forest? It's probably fine. I'm just kind of thinking about getting maximum value off of my Cultivator Colossus next turn. I think against a deck that's like very possibly going to discard it, I'll play the Forest. He plans to continue Dark Souls journey. I'm open to it. I just have so many like other personal projects I've been working on lately. I'm playing a D&D campaign. I'm DMing a D&D campaign. I've been trying to write a book. I've been playing Helldivers lately. I've been trying to work on a TTRPG system with a friend of mine, trying to like design it, and that's been a lot of fun too. So it's very difficult to commit to the Dark Souls runs at the moment. We can go Lotus Field, Archdruid's Charm for Gardens, copy Gardens, Grazer Sanctuary, but then I'm 1 mana short of... I'm also just 1 mana short, I guess, of casting this Cultivator Colossus. So I could just go Archdruid's Charm for Gardens, copy Amulet, pass, and try to win next turn. You have enough for Colossus? I have 5. I have 6. I'm counting that I have 6 mana for Colossus, yeah. I'm gonna go for the, just put a second Amulet into play line, and then try to win next turn. We can play. We cannot play our whole hand. We lost our second Amulet to this Molten Collapse. You tell me how we can play our whole hand, and I'll do it. Fable of the Mirror Breaker! I'll also accept nothing. Nothing is fine. Kin sees the game, brother. Hell yeah. So we're beginning scam. Let's bring in these Dismembers. I think just Dismembers have to Boseiju for Blood Moon and like, you know, normal Timeless Lotus outs. So usually I like to keep in the map against potential Blood Moon decks though, even though sometimes I trim it, so I think we're just like out explorers. I don't think Norn is particularly good against Rakdos. One more game. Trophy your second league with Archdruid's Charm. Stage would be nice as a one of. Could you describe a situation where Thespian Stage would be better than any other card you tutor? Like, why would you tutor Thespian Stage? Why would you not just tutor the card that Thespian Stage could copy? Mold a 6 on the play. Going to give me details of the book? Not right now. Maybe one day. I've done like broad outline, and I'm finishing like individual chapter outlines, and then I'm just gonna start hammering out chapters on given days. I have a friend of mine who is an artist, not my emote artist, so maybe I should hire her for some too. She's been helping me with some concept art that's been pretty good, and maybe I'd share some of that at some point. But it's just like a little too early. But it's kind of my loose goal to have like a completed like rough draft by the end of the year, and I'm kind of behind, but I'm not too far behind my goal. And I bought this like tablet that my friend has that you can like write it in like it's paper. It has some like organizational tools that may help us out here. Hopefully not getting Ragavan into Mooned. A Molten Collapse? I'll take a Molten Collapse expedition. Use one of the sites you can release chapter by chapter subscribers. I was kind of always thinking that I would release the book under a pseudonym and not tell you guys about it. It's kind of always been my plan. But I don't know. We're just taking third Amulet. Because Yeah, because I need third amulet to cast Escape next turn. Yeah, inspiring Timmy. My Bob, 36 months, living well today. Happy 3 years. Yeah, I'll probably release it under a pseudonym, and then it won't do very well. And then I'll, beg you guys to buy it. It'll probably be the life cycle of aspiring author. I encourage you, opponent, cast another Fable of the Mirror. Yeah, so like Esther's been working really hard on like trying to learn to create music. She's always been like an excellent singer, but she's been learning piano and guitar, more piano lately, but both instruments. And so we just kind of have some project nights where she's working on her music, and I'm working on the writing. Very fun. Highly recommend project nights. Oh wait, I just realized I didn't have enough mana to. I guess I had the Lotus Field. Enough mana, after all. You need to find stuff off the Escape to the Wild, I guess. A lot of good resources for us out these days. I'm sure you can do it. Thank you, Argan. I've always wanted to. Been a goal of mine for a long time, but I'm making more progress than I have been for a long time. Okay, pick up this Gruul Turf. Sorry, let me undo that just so Archdruid's Charm's easier to cast. Extra red mana. Speaking of Archdruid's Charm, I have 2 of them here. And I have 9 mana, that's 1 mana short of just tutoring for a Cultivator Colossus and putting it to play. Oh, I just have the Lotus Field in hand. Okay, let me go for a Cultivator Colossus. If my opponent has 2 Bowmasters, we just are still fine because we only put 6 lands into play, I guess. Okay, and they just concede. Awesome. 5-0, second league, 8-2 on the day. Pretty good showing. I think Archdruid's Charm was also just I think a great all stream so far. Definitely seemed like it was overperforming. Just incredible tool for the deck. It can get Lotus Field. It can get Gardens to copy Amulet. It can get Saga if you're really in a pinch. Remove stuff can just be your win con. Awesome. Shout out to the believers. Any consideration for Obosh? Huh. Are we really 3 explorers away from Obosh?